what's up everyone and how's it going? Welcome to the second episode of the video game music review show. So excited to be able to bring a second week to y'all, and had a great time filming this so far. Thank you so much if you checked out our first video, episode 1, which aired last week, and yeah, really excited about today's episode. I feel like we got a lot of really cool games and game soundtrack songs for you guys to check out today. So yeah, also if you're a podcast listener, we do have our podcast now on Spotify, so you should definitely check that out if you are a podcast person. But anyway, we are going to jump right into our first song, and so to no one's surprise, we're jumping into Sonic 3, and so we started with our beginning track from the game in our first episode, and now we are jumping all the way down to our final boss. And so this song is called Big Arms. It's used for the final boss and the Big Arms boss in Sonic 3. But yeah, let's listen to this one here. Pretty epic song for sure. It starts real slow, right? Just chilling, ramps it up. That nasty bass line too on the bottom. Just so exciting. I mean, for a final boss, this is an awesome song. So, ring, ring. It's awesome. And you get into your like Mega Man vibes here. Starts back over. So awesome. We're going to listen to it twice through just because it's so amazing. Also, this boss in the game is brutally difficult, especially with no rings. Whoa. And just, this is the best part right here. It's like so epic. I wish it'd go on a little bit longer. Back into it. Man, what a cool song. What a flippin' awesome song. Definitely a great song for a final boss for sure. I'm a huge fan of it. I've actually never beat that boss. I've tried many times, but that laser beam, as you guys saw in the gameplay footage, is just absolutely brutal, especially with no rings. I mean, you have to time it perfectly every single time, which is really, really tough. So, yeah, so we're going to move on to our next song and our next game, which it's actually a game from our intro video. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Kind of a lesser-known game because it came out towards the end of the Sega Genesis lifespan. But it's called Ristar, and you're just this dude with, like, Mr. Fantastic arms, and you grab stuff, and the soundtrack for the game is just absolutely phenomenal and incredible. But my favorite song from the game is the fifth round, which is called Rink, and it's kind of like an ice level, and you get in a snowball fight with this little guy. It's a really, really cool song, and so I'm excited to share it with y'all here in just a second. So we'll check this out here. So sweet, so chill. Ice levels have been synonymous for having really cool music in video games, but this one is no. It's the same as, like, you know, all ice levels are just awesome. So you got this cool part here and little bells. Da-da-da-da. So many good memories. Then you got your B part right here. So many moving parts. get back into it here. But that B part, there's so many moving parts. There's like 3 different melodies happening at the same time, and they all kind of blend together. It's just incredible. Then you start it over. Like we talked about last episode, all these old video game songs loop. And they have to make a song that flows into itself over and over, because sometimes the levels can take a super long time, but this is just a great song. So awesome. And you're back into that part again. So listen to all these moving parts. Especially on the second half. Then there's that other part. Just so cool. Yeah. What a cool song. I say that about every song, of course, but just super cool. Really a big fan. There will definitely be more songs from Ristar. Like I said, it's one of my favorite games, and just a lot of really cool songs from that game. So, yeah, Ristar, awesome. Check it out. If you've never played it, it's 99 cents on Steam, and pretty much any computer can play it. I have the cartridge myself, but on the Sega Genesis, but it is what it is. So, some people might accuse me of being only reviewing Sega Genesis games, which is not completely true, but that is the system I had growing up, and so I am slightly biased towards the Sega Genesis. But our next game is actually not a Sega Genesis exclusive or a game that was popularized on the Sega Genesis, but it's actually Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is just a really fun fighting game. My favorite person to be in that game is Ken or Ryu, just depending on, they're basically, they have the same moveset. But today we're going to be checking out Guile's theme. One of the coolest songs just in the game. Super epic. You got the ship and the people fighting in the background on the Guile stage, and you can hit the boxes and they explode and stuff. So it's really cool. But yeah, I just wanted to bring Guile's stage to light. We'll probably go over a few Street Fighter songs throughout the show here. But yeah, so check this one out. This is Guile's theme or Guile's stage from Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Just so awesome. Oh, it's not a ship, I lied. It's an airplane. Sonic boom! It always looks like he's pulling his hair out and throwing at people. But just so many cool parts right here. Little high part. So epic. It's like the American anthem, right? I like this little hesitation they do here. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Sorry I sang through it, but it's just a little syncopation they do there at that last part. So you'll hear it again on the second time through. Or right here, actually. So they could have just went like linear notes, but they did like the hold, so it was a little bit of syncopation. It's really cool. Once again, another awesome bass line. Super Nintendo games have awesome bass lines in general. Just so cool. Nice. There it is. Guile's theme from Street Fighter 2 Turbo. really cool song. I'm gonna say that every time, but just like a really epic song. Which, like I said, there's a lot of cool songs from that game. I actually just saw an interview with the lady who actually made the soundtrack for that game, and she talked about like Blanca's theme and Ryu's theme and all these different themes and like how she created them. It was just really cool. She didn't say anything about Guile's theme really, but it was just cool listening to her talk about it. So yeah, so I wanted to include some modernized music as well in our show, because I'm not opposed to having modern game songs as well, but I do love the 8-bit, 16-bit style, but we will be getting into some of the 64 games and other games like Kingdom Hearts and things like that. But there's a retro remake game or a retro-inspired game that came out and just has an absolutely killer soundtrack. Any guesses? Well, if you guessed Shovel Knight, you are correct. So Shovel Knight has just some awesome 8-bit music. Definitely took the 8-bit, I guess, just platform and moved it to a new level. So it is a game that was released in 2015, but they kept it true to the 8-bit style, which is really cool. And so we're going to be looking at the first song in the game. Right when you get into the first level, it's just so hype because you're just like, what is going on here? And you get into Strike the Earth and you get into the first level, and it is absolutely awesome. I mean, you're just like super hyped as you're figuring out this crazy dude with a shovel. It's just really cool. But this one's called Strike the Earth. And if you haven't listened to the Shovel Knight soundtrack, there's a lot of really cool songs in that game. But this is just the one that I decided to go with for today. So check this out. Let's go. I love the 8-bit percussions again. It's just so unique. So it's very Mega Man-esque. Talk about Mega Man a lot. 8-bit like pinnacle. Yeah, they didn't try to like overdo it, I don't think. Like they kept it to that 8-bit style and did the most they could with 8-bit, which is just like awesome. Back to the start. Oh, not yet. I lied. Little B part here. Just so busy. Like, so much going on. Just like 8-bit overload. But it's awesome. Loop it back to the start, of course. Kind of just loops there and repeats, but just a really cool song altogether. Great way to start the game too. I feel like level one songs have a lot to live up to, and this one definitely does the trick to get you hyped for like the rest of the game. So yeah, Strike the Earth. So like I said, if you haven't checked out Shovel Knight, their whole album's on Spotify, so definitely check that out. So moving right along, we are into our fifth and final video game song for this second episode here, and a game that'll probably be featured on here a lot. I've never actually played it and never listened completely to the soundtrack, but the songs are crazy, like, and the genres and everything just varies so much. I learned about this guy named Toby Fox who made Undertale and the music for it, and it's just awesome. And so I picked up this song. It's called Death by Glamour, which is just like insane. But if you see the boss fight, which we'll have on the screen here, it makes a lot of sense. But just a really cool song. Just a lot going on. So I'm not going to say any more about it. You just need to listen to it for yourself and just be amazed at just how crazy this song actually is. So here it is. So a little piano action here. Just so groovy. Add like the synths. Just like a lot going on here. Just more synths building. Just such a unique game, song, just everything. Then it freaking. This dude's just like dancing in the background. Then they got like actual drums in here. And now coming up next is this B part. That is just awesome. Just a complete change. Let's go. Just like so happy. Just like so happy compared to the first part. So you're freaking back into it, like. Then it's just over. All right, well, that concludes episode 2 of the video game music review show. I'm super glad you could be a part of it and appreciate you checking it out. If you made it this far all the way to the end, I really do appreciate that as well. If you haven't given us a like yet, if you like the video, just helps me know that you like it. And if you want to subscribe, awesome. That'd be really cool as well. But I appreciate you taking the time to check this out, and we'll be back next week with episode 3 with some more great songs. So until then, just keep checking out awesome video game music, and we'll see you next time. Peace.